Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys' stunning secret interview detail revealed. Frisco, the Dallas Cowboys coaching staff has a different look than it did a month ago. At that time, they were playing the will they or won't they game with then head coach Mike McCarthy, not signing him to a contract extension nor allowing him to interview with other teams. Ultimately, they decided to pull the plug on the McCarthy experiment. Despite 3 straight 12-5 seasons leading up to a poorly managed and injury-riddled season, Jerry Jones and the Cowboys decided his time had run its course. Now Dallas' delay did not help McCarthy in terms of finding some footing in a crazy offseason coaching carousel. But they did not cost him anything either. McCarthy has since chosen to sit out this season and hope to capitalize on an opening in the 2026 offseason. However, stunning details are emerging about McCarthy's departure from the team and about the new hire who will be replacing him. That replacement would be none other than Brian Schottenheimer, who worked under McCarthy for the past 2 seasons. Fox NFL insider Jay Glazer revealed to DLLS Sports that the Cowboys and their former head coach split up quite amicably, with both sides seeing eye to eye on their differences that led to the breakup. Furthermore, he indicated that McCarthy actually helped Schottenheimer in preparing for his interview with the team. While McCarthy himself had not done enough to maintain the post at the Star, whatever advice he gave Schottenheimer clearly helped him in landing his first ever head coaching job. It is certainly an interesting development and a bit of a stunner given the way the Dallas and McCarthy ended their relationship, but also ironic that Schottenheimer plans to apply a different philosophy in the coming years. Related, Cowboys Micah reveals pitch to Jerry to trade for Miles. Dallas has made a commitment through their recent coaching staff moves to commit to their defense while building a strong run game, starting with the offensive line and directing into the backfield. Beyond football, perhaps McCarthy shared with Schottenheimer some of the secret words or musings that garner favor with the Jones family. As we have written often, McCarthy's mentor was Marty Schottenheimer, Brian's dad, so there is an almost familial ties here. Whichever category of knowledge he applied in his instruction, it seemingly helped Schottenheimer skyrocket ahead of every other candidate. Nonetheless, Schottenheimer steps into a heated seat in year 1 with a fan base behind him ready to win or point the finger in defeat. Cowboys Micah Parsons accuses New York Giants of lying before NFL draft. Dallas Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons said at the Super Bowl this week that he was misled ahead of the 2021 NFL draft by the New York Giants, who intended to take him with their top selection before going in another direction. Parsons still holds a grudge against the franchise for not being forthcoming during the pre-draft process. "They lied to me," Parsons said during an interview with CBS Sports' Bryant McFadden this week. "People don't know this, but they told me if I fell to 11 that they was gonna pick me. I swear. That's why I punish the Giants every time." Parsons played in 13 games this season for the struggling Cowboys, but managed 43 total tackles, 12 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. He has accumulated 256 total tackles, 52.5 sacks, 9 forced fumbles, and 9 passes defended in 4 NFL seasons with Dallas. Parsons was once college football's most polarizing recruit as a 5-star prospect and the gem of Penn State's 2018 signing class. As a 6'3", 235-pound prep sensation, Parsons was the nation's number 5 overall prospect per the 247 Sports composite. He was a Swiss Army knife of sorts in terms of versatility at Harrisburg High School in Pennsylvania and a 100-meter dash star on the track. Then, over his 26-game career at Penn State, Parsons logged 191 career tackles and 6.5 sacks before he became the number 12 overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Parsons led Penn State in tackles during each of his 2 collegiate campaigns. Along the way, his accrued honors as a 2018 Freshman All-American, 2019 All-American, 2019 Big Ten Linebacker of the Year, and 2019 Cotton Bowl MVP. Prior to his selection in the draft, Parsons was a near-unanimous choice among evaluators as the 2021 cycle's best defender. "The best defensive player in this draft is on the board, Micah Parsons. This better be a defensive pick," Booger McFarland said prior to the Cowboys' selection. "Offenses attack the middle of the field, but with Parsons, there's nothing he can't do. See ball, hit ball. Parsons is coming downhill. He's already played linebacker 2 years. He can play in coverage and you can blitz. There's nothing at the linebacker position that Parsons can't do. The Cowboys got to be ecstatic. ESPN's Mel Kiper Jr. loved the pick and ranked Parsons high on his final big board prior to the opening round in 2021. Runs that 4.39 in the 40 at 246 pounds. Had he been able to get after in 2020, he would have been long gone by number 12, Kiper said. Cowboys' Micah Parsons reveals horrible truth on Derrick Henry. The Dallas Cowboys were urged to sign Derrick Henry to fill their void at running back last offseason, but even after the hints he dropped, the team refused to make a move and he signed with the Baltimore Ravens. Frisco. The 3 seasons preceding the 2024 campaign left many Dallas Cowboys fans wondering how different decisions could have led to better outcomes. Each of those 12-5 years ended in playoff heartbreak and an extension of a decades-long conference championship drought. Following this 7-10 season, there is not much else to think about. The Cowboys simply lacked the talent to compete and could not withstand the burden of a list of key injuries over the course of 18 weeks. If the season had gone differently, it would be because of multiple moves at various positions, not just one decision. However, one move, or lack thereof, continues to surface in the minds of the fanbase. Derrick Henry, who owned property near the team's headquarters, hit the free agency market and seemed an ideal fit for the Cowboys. Instead, the front office chose to go cheap and sign Ezekiel Elliott. The move is one that directs to the overall frustration with the all-in promise that never came to fruition. But Cowboys defensive star Micah Parsons believes that even that big of a move would not have salvaged the team's season. "I'm afraid Derrick Henry wouldn't even have helped us," Parsons said to Adam Shine of Mad Dog Sports Radio. "The hypothetical can sound pretty good, but we struggled so much that I don't even know if Derrick could have helped us. It would have been another Tennessee Titan year for him." Henry got his revenge on the Cowboys, pummeling their defense on the ground to the tune of 151 yards and 2 touchdowns on 6 yards per carry in the Ravens and Cowboys Week 3 matchup. Despite Henry's brilliance this season, one move in fact would not have saved the Cowboys. Injuries to Dak Prescott, Zach Martin and Parsons himself greatly inhibited those prospects earlier in the season. But the frustration of Cowboys faithful stems from the ineptitude the franchise had in constructing their roster for the 2024 season. Those feelings are heightened when they see their hated rival get the payoff for a similar move. The Philadelphia Eagles signed Saquon Barkley out of free agency, and he has become an MVP candidate while leading the team to the Super Bowl. Dallas had the chance for a similar player, but instead balked at the idea and watched Jerry Jones liken the feeble Elliott to Henry during the season. So Parsons may be right about what a world with Henry would have looked like, yet he is missing the mark on the fans' nerves about how far the Cowboys are willing to extend to build a true contender. And are you a fan? What do you think of Derrick Henry's statement? Leave your opinion in the comments.